Coming out is certainly a difficult decision for many here. The fear of rejection, scorn, has long kept a lot of people in the closet. That fear especially acute when we're talking about sports, and it's a conversation we've talked about quite a bit, obviously given the stories of the past 6 months or so. In the athletic community, it's a lot different than the broader debate. Male coaches and athletes under pressure to appear tough, strong. But for one local high school basketball coach coming out, true acts of strength.
Run special. Okay,
35-year-old Anthony Nicodemo, he's been coaching boys basketball for 16 years, virtually his entire adult life. But when he arrived at Saunders High in Yonkers, New York, he found a team lost, struggling to find itself. Now, the kids are winners. The kids are like a family.
He's more of like a mentor, a father figure. Like, we really look up to him.
He gets very involved in their lives. He keeps them in line.
And yet, the biggest obstacle for Coach Nicodemo wasn't keeping his team in line or even taking that team to the postseason.
That was my demon, was, yeah, you know what? I'm supposed to be this guy that's in your face and that's always honest, and yet I'm not 100% honest.
Nicodemo had been keeping a secret for years. He is gay, and he needed to be honest with his team and himself.
The one person you can't con is yourself. And I said to them, guys, you know, a story is going to come out tomorrow about me being a gay high school basketball coach.
Gay coaches in sports are still rare, and rarer still at the high school level. But the kids, they jumped right in with their support.
At first the mouths dropped, we had that going on, but it didn't take long.
We just started talking, started applauding him, and then he said, does any players want to speak? And I was the first one to jump up and started speaking for him.
And the school is standing by their coach as well.
I think it is a learning experience, and I think our students are more accepting. They understand.
Now that coach, Anthony Nicodemo, he joins us now with more on his really amazing story. First of all, you got a great bunch of kids.
Oh, I mean, they're as special as you can be. I said every so often I think you get a special team that comes through, and I had this talk with a former boss of mine the other day, and I think this group of kids is that special group that you get every 10 years or so, and they're awesome.
You know, for those of us who all played sports at different levels and stuff, this would have been inconceivable 20 years ago, and you played sports growing up too. What prompted you to say now is the time that I feel comfortable doing this too, and how much obviously did the story that we all follow, the NBA player coming out, influence your decision?
I think Jason opened the conversation up. You know, the day he came out, I went to my team and I kind of addressed it, and we did a little role playing. Well, what if this was one of us? That got the ball rolling, you know, and I think the climate's changed. I don't think I was ready a year ago. I think that it's an individual process and it's an individual story for each person. And at this particular point, you know, after being in Portland at the Nike Summit, I came back and I just felt that you know, there's people out there like me after being around so many people in the community who were gay out there, and it just kind of woke me up and said, you know what, if they all can do this, I can do this.
Did you expect the reaction you got? Because from everything I've heard, and you can tell me if I'm wrong here, the team accepted you, the school supported you. Was the feedback more positive than you even expected?
Yeah, I mean, it's the fear of the unknown. You know, I didn't know what was going to come with this whole process. But yeah, I mean, the kids handled it way better than I ever expected. They were absolutely awesome. That first day, you know, one of them stood up, and once he spoke, I kind of jumped in, and the coach and me came out and said, you know, almost like a pregame, hey guys, now it's time to get back to work. You know what this is, and let's go with it. And the administrators, the parents have been awesome. And like I said, I don't have any complaints or any regrets at this point.
Did you find that the kids were almost like, all right, whatever, let's go to practice, or were they taken aback and they had to process it? What was the reaction? Because I think that speaks as to where we are right now. They
were definitely shocked when I told them, and when I kind of said, okay, you guys, my alumni had said, who I had told previously, said, listen, coach, we want to talk to these guys. I said, that's fine. I said, you guys take as much time as you want. Take 2 hours. I don't care. I'll be in the gym waiting. They were behind me within a minute. Let's go, starting up our summer workout programs. That was the beginning of the summer. So it was quick. It was quick. They reacted, and since then we've been in the gym. You know, we've traveled, we played games, and no fallout, and the kids have accepted it. And I think it's important for them educationally, as a teacher, as an educator. They need to see this. This is something that's going to be out there. They're going to have to deal with different people who aren't like them for a long time, and I think it's a good lesson for them as they grow up. You know.
I'm sure there's somebody sitting at home, whether they're in athletics or not, that's living with this. And they're keeping it in. How hard is it living with that weight and not being able to be who you are? And what is it like the day after you finally lift it?
Yeah, I think it's little things, you know, not telling people where you're going, or not telling them who you're with, or, you know, somebody tagging you on Facebook nowadays or Twitter and you freaking out and say, oh my God, why are you tagging me? I think those are the little things that you appreciate more. If I'm out somewhere with friends and they could take a picture of me and, you know, hey, here's where I'm at, you know, you don't have to hide anymore. And I think that's the biggest piece of it. You don't have to hide. And, you know, I think anytime you're forced to live, you know, and lie about yourself, it's hard. And I kind of am a person who's always told the kids, hey, be honest with yourselves, guys. This is important to live your life the right way. And that's what I struggled with more than anything, was not being honest with myself or with the kids. And I think that, you know, now that I'm able to do that, it's definitely a relief. I don't know how much a difference I see in myself, but my friends and my mentors say you're a different person now. So I guess, you know, that means a lot that I'm hearing it from people who I care about.
And by the way, you look about half the size of the picture we saw, but you still kept the blue jacket. I
have two. I have an oversized one and one that fits me now, so we'll see. Maybe I'll need a new one in November, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see how much more weight I lose.
Has there been any negative at all? The other team or other team's parents? I mean, you get into a heated sports environment, you'd almost expect to hear something at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that question's come up, more geared towards the season. You know, in the summer, it's a lot less laid back. You're not in a gym with a lot of people, and that question certainly has come up. I mean, there's been some people that have been out there, you know, of course, anonymously kind of chirping and saying, well, this shouldn't be and this shouldn't be. But I think that's going to be out there. I expected that when this announcement came. I knew that there were going to be the detractors that were going to say, hey, you know what, this is not right. This shouldn't be. And that's fine. But I think that if you're going to go out and be anonymous about things like that, then obviously that means there's something wrong.
I'm curious, what about the other extreme? Do students feel comfortable joking or talking about it? I mean, has it just become a matter-of-fact thing? Absolutely.
I mean, my kids, who I'm with, obviously, you know, are very matter-of-factly. The way that we would make jokes about, you know, dating a female, they're now making about that with me, with males. You know, hey, coach, what are you doing? Are you going this? You know, that kind of stuff. They've embraced this. They've really embraced this, and it's not something we ever really breached before. So the fact that they're embracing it, I think it shows how much the climate's changed. You know, when we were kids, you turn on a TV show, no. Yeah. You turn on True Blood or Game of Thrones, right? And every episode has, you know, something gay in it. And that's where the kids, I think, are much more accepting. That taboo's gone.
Coach, just how nervous were you when you told your boys, and what exactly did you say to them?
You know, it was anxiety more than being nervous. I didn't know how the kids were going to take it. You know, the fear was that the one kid or the two kids were going to go, oh, I can't do this. And that was going to set everything going. So I kind of set it up. I had my principal with me. I had a couple parents in there, a couple former players. And, you know, I basically said to them, guys, you know, they knew something was up right away by that, because that's not like me to have people in there. And I basically got up and I said, guys, you know, I have to address something to you. I've always told you guys to be honest about yourselves, and I haven't been. And, you know, tomorrow afternoon, a story is going to break out there in the newspaper. It could go viral, and you guys need to know that, you know, I'm gay. And with that, they kind of looked at me, mouths dropped. My assistants jumped in very quick. One kid stood up and said, Coach, who cares? You've done more for people in this room than anyone in their lives. This needs to go away. And like I said, that just, my blood started going. I said, all right, guys, you know what? Let's get back into the gym, and this is the way it's going to be. And I've had really good dialogue with them since then. I've asked them, hey, guys, have you heard any fallout? Have you heard anything? And there's been some stuff that they heard, but I think they're taking it in stride and, you know, taking it. I like to think that in some way I'm a part of them being such good kids. You know, obviously their parents are involved too, but I like to take a little bit of credit, saying, hey, look at my kids. You know, how awesome are you guys?
How's your summer record this year? How you guys doing?
We're okay. We're, I don't know what we are, to be honest with you. I don't coach them in the summer. I let my assistants coach in the summer. But we're good. I mean, we try to play at a high level. You know, we're playing an unbelievable schedule this year. We're going to Kentucky for 3 games. We're playing 2 games at the Slam Dunk Tournament at the County Center, which is the best local tournament. Yeah. So we're young, but we got really good young talent. So I'm trying to get them ready for the following year when I think we can make a nice little run at something.
And the challenges of coaching at Saunders and at a district like Yonkers, who've had to go through so many cuts here, are tough across the board here. So from everything I heard and what we've seen here, you got some terrific kids, and I wish you the best of luck in the season. And you know what? I get the vibe. Best decision you made, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. A couple of different people in the last 2 days have come out. A reporter, a high school reporter from Maryland, and a track star from Indiana. And I was kind of communicating with them on Twitter today, and I said, you know, hey guys, congratulations. You know, it's such a good feeling to know that you could be yourself now. So even to put that message out to the other people, I think is so important in life. And like I said, I have absolutely no regrets.
Well, we appreciate the time.
Thank you
very much. Good luck this season. All right, everybody. We're going to jump to a break. When we come back, though, Coach is going to stick with us, talking a little baseball. What ought to happen to A-Rod here? And if we're hearing this right here, could be looking at a 1.5-year suspension, maybe even a lifetime ban. Would that fit the crime? Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.